Court will call file number 17, 018776 FH, People versus Stephanie June Jass.
Morning, Your Honor. Scott Baker on behalf of the people.
Your Honor, Raymond A. Corral on behalf of Ms. Jass.
This is the time and date scheduled for sentencing on a one-count felony crime. You are Stephanie June Jass?
Yes,
And have you had an opportunity to read the pre-sentence in this matter?
I have.
Have you had an opportunity to discuss it with your attorney?
I have.
Are you satisfied with Mr. Corral as your attorney and the advice he has given you?
I am.
Do you wish to challenge the pre-sentence report for its accuracy or relevancy?
No, I do not.
Probation Department determined the sentencing guidelines in this matter to be 0 to 3 months. Do you wish to challenge that computation?
No, I do not.
Is there anything you would like to say before I pass sentence upon you? This is your opportunity to address the court and say anything that you would believe would be helpful for the court to have before sentencing. I will allow you to speak. I will allow your attorney to speak. And it's my understanding that one of the victims wishes to address the court as well.
That is correct, Judge.
Thank you. You may proceed at this time if you wish.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, I have willingly admitted my guilt, and I am ready to take responsibility for my crime. I acknowledge that you have the authority to pass whatever sentence you wish, but I would humbly ask you to consider giving me a delayed sentence. I am sorry for all the pain that I have caused my friends, my family, my community, and I am ready to make amends and go back to being a credit to my friends, my family, my congregation, and my community. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Corral, do you wish to address the court?
Your Honor, there was such a lengthy allocution by my client, I would ask the court to adopt what she had indicated to the probation department. I know that voluminous letters were sent on my client's behalf to the court, and I know that the court read all of them. I would ask the court to consider those in sentencing. I would ask the court to follow the recommendation of the probation department. Ms. Jass recognizes this was not a mistake. She intentionally committed a crime. She's accepted responsibility for that. And I would ask you to give her the benefit as the probation department, based upon her complete lack of criminal contacts, remorse, standing in the community, and grant her the delayed sentence status, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. I would ask you to have a seat if you would, please.
Well, Your Honor, Jeffrey Docking, J-F-F-R-E-Y-D-O-C-K-I-N-G.
Thank you. Dr. Docking, you wish to address the court, is that correct?
That's correct.
And you are president of the college that was injured by the invasion of the communication device, is that correct?
That's correct.
And in fact, your personal communication devices were also invaded, is that true?
That's correct.
Thank you. At this time, you have the right to address the court, please.
Thank you, Judge. I want to begin by sincerely thanking from the bottom of my heart you, Scott Baker, George Trushin, Jennifer Walsh, and the victims' advocates for standing by me during this entire process. I think you've devoted your professional careers to something extremely noble, and to stand on the side of victims in times like this is a wonderful part of our society, and I respect all of you greatly for, as I said, devoting yourself to it. On May 5th, 2017, when my assistant walked into my office and told me that my identity had been stolen and that thousands and thousands of my emails had been taken, I immediately thought of personal conversations that I'd had with my wife, intimate conversations that I had with my children, medical situations in my family that are very, very personal, that should not be exposed to anybody. And I even thought of my father-in-law, who died of cancer during the process of when my emails had been stolen, and some very intimate conversations that we had had before he passed away. It was embarrassing, it was wrong, should never have happened. I've had people coming to me professionally now for months now that this has been in the newspaper, asking me if colleagues' memos have been taken, things that we had talked about. Of course, I said I didn't know for sure, but my understanding is thousands of emails were taken. On top of that, we have 1,700 students at Adrian College. As you probably know from your professional career, we spend inordinate amounts of time fundraising so that these kids can get support for scholarships. We have 42% of our kids are first generation. These are kids that come from families where mom and dad did not go to college, but they want something different for their kids. And in the midst of this whole thing, we've, in my opinion, wasted over $16,000 in attorney's fees that could have gone to those kids and scholarship support. Gone. I strongly encourage the court to have those reimbursed to the college. But the thing that I think is probably most striking about this to me, which I hope that you, Judge Noe, and the court will bear in mind, is that in the 15 months since this has happened, never has this individual stopped by my office to say they're sorry, never sent me an email to apologize, never sent a letter, never sent an intermediary to say what she did was wrong. When I grew up, I was taught that if you make a mistake, that's human. But apologizing is the right thing to do. And even when she stood here 5 minutes ago, there was no apology to the victim. So has she learned her lesson? I don't know. Thank you.
First of all, I want to thank you, Dr. Lockman, for taking the time to put your thoughts together. Some would have said I've already suffered enough, and to present this publicly again in court is more than I wanted to bear. And I think it does take courage, even a man of your stature, to come before the court and to say the impact that this has had on you professionally, personally, and on those that you work very hard to protect. We're sorry you're in that position, and I appreciate your candor this morning. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Judge.
Mr. Baker, do you have any other persons to address the court?
No, ma'am.
Mr. Crowell, is there anything else you or your client would like to say?
Your Honor, I did want to indicate that Ms. Jass, as reflected in the report, readily confessed, admitted her culpability to the detective, completely cooperated with everything that she wanted, that he wanted once the investigation was started, and had also confessed when HR for the school did start their investigation. She readily acknowledged the wrongdoing of what she had done. While the case was pending, I have to admit myself, I advised her to not have any contact with the district, with the college, to not send a written apology while the case was pending, as any attorney would do. I just want the court to be aware of that. She readily apologizes to the complainant, to the victim in this case, and readily would have expressed that throughout this case, Your Honor. Thank you.
In determining the appropriate sentence in this case, this court has considered the seriousness of the offense, your history and the principles of proportionality, the statutory penalty, the cost of confinement, the sentencing guidelines were reviewed, the report and recommendation of the probation department, and I have heard what has been said upon my record this morning. The criteria and the reasons for the sentence, by the nature and gravity of the offense, the discipline appropriate to its commission, deterrence against repetition, not just by you, but by others, potential for reformation, vindication of the law, and the protection of society. I have read some probably 60+ letters from persons throughout the community, And when I read letters of support, I often wonder if they have the facts. Do they know? They know you. It's apparent that they know you. And each one of those letters indicate to me how it is that they know you and how surprised they are at the behavior that they recognize you acknowledge, and that is contrary to your personality, or at least their appreciation for who you are in their world. And it's very difficult to credit that without knowing what it is that they know that you did or didn't do. I hear you saying you take responsibility, that it is apparent that you have demonstrated that you have a lot to give to various communities within your life, and that you in fact shared this information with a person, a colleague, I believe, who, as we say in our world, ratted you out, and thus this became a public matter, and your crime was acknowledged. I want to say to that person that I recognize their integrity and their dedication to what is right, and their assumption of responsibility to attempt to allow the matter to come to the surface and be dealt with justly. You are a teacher. I think teachers are oftentimes born in their heart. You can tell a person who's a great teacher. It's usually because they want to teach. And I believe at this point what you've done is taught a lot of people a very serious measure in breaking the law. Nations fear this type of behavior. I cannot even imagine the level of the college, this embarrassment, having to answer to people who wonder if their conversations were included in the breach, in the break of the law. What you did was wrong. And the fact that you kept it and shared it in a secret fashion concerns me, because I find therein deception. And sometimes good people do bad things, but sometimes bad things are much more difficult to reverse. First and foremost, there is a request for restitution. With regard to restitution, I will direct counsel that the issue of restitution shall be preserved. You are ordered to pay restitution in an amount unless agreed upon will be determined by this court upon reading briefs and the final determination. But you are ordered to pay restitution. And once determined, that shall be paid at a regular rate established either through agreement between the parties or pursuant to court order at the time of restitution, value being placed. You are hereby ordered to pay $60 in the DNA fee, $68 state costs. We will pay the statutory crime victim right of the amount of $130. And you will pay $750 as ordered by the court as costs. There will be a $12.50 per month assessment on supervision during the period of probation. I am going to grant you delayed sentence probation. I'm going to do that for a period of 1 year. You will be required to be responsive to our field agents. You will submit to search and seizure of your person and property, vehicle, residence, and computer, all of which will not require the warrant if directed by the field agent. The field agent may do so on any reasonable belief that you have in your possession items that do in fact violate conditions of your probation. You are going to report any arrest or police contact, loss of employment or change of residence to your field agent within a 24-hour period and immediately following the weekend or holiday. We will schedule this matter for review. I don't believe I have a date from my office. Do you have a date?
No, ma'am.
June 14, 2019 at 8:15. Immediately after this hearing, you will report to the probation office to make arrangements for implementation of the court sentence. I didn't say before, I did read each and every letter that was mailed. You have an incredible support network. That has brought you to the courtroom today. And as much as I would say do not disappoint those that have supported you, I will not give you another chance to disappoint this court or to violate your terms of probation. That would just be intolerable. You have the right to appeal this court's sentence and conviction. You may do so by seeking application for leave to appeal or appeal by right. Either way, if you want to appeal and you want an attorney, but you can't afford one, I would appoint for your public expense. The request for the appointment of an attorney must be made in writing, sent to the address on these papers within 42 days. You would have to fill out the bottom, which is a financial form. Sir, would you secure one signature? Ms. Jass, keep 2 copies for your own records, should you wish to appeal the court's decision. I now have in my possession a notice of right to appeal for you, signed by Ms. Jass. That's all for tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you.